Corpus, we've been dealing mainly with just a strong wind, and it's been going for about 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, it's been constant rain and heavy wind.
Look at that wind right there. Not only is the water ponding, the wind is whipping it into a froth.
It has been more than 3 months since Hurricane Harvey slammed into the Texas coast as a Category 4 storm. It was just one storm in a brutal hurricane season. We saw 10 hurricanes and 7 tropical storms during this season. But Harvey in particular was so harsh for the state of Texas, dumping more than 19 trillion gallons of water into the Houston area. And a lot of people at the time were asking, did climate change make this worse? Well, there is now a new study confirming that, saying as a result of climate change, the rainfall increased by at least 19%. I want to bring in an author of that study, Dr. Michael Weiner. He is the co-author of the study on the effects of Harvey's rain. Sir, thank you so much for being with us. This is fascinating because it's not just a thought. You have actual data to back this up. So what did you find?
Well, we found, quite surprisingly, that our best estimate was that climate change increased the storm's total precipitation during Harvey by almost 38%. And that to reach that amount of precipitation was made 10 times more likely by anthropogenic climate change.
So how did you come to that conclusion? Yeah, exactly.
Well, we analyzed the past records of precipitation in the greater Houston area, and did a statistical analysis. Now, I should add that there was another paper released the same day that was completely independent that also found a significant human-induced increase in precipitation, and so that lends confidence to our assertion that climate change made the precipitation heavier during the storm.
So it's concrete data that you're looking at, but I want to get your take on what one meteorologist pointed out. He said it's clear Harvey's exceptional rainfall was due to the stalling and looping nature of the tracking of the storm. The study doesn't necessarily address that. Why?
Well, we didn't address that. The stall is a very rare event, and we have plans to do that. That will require more detailed dynamical modeling using forecast and climate models rather than a statistical model. So that will just take more time. We're actually pretty pleased we were able to come out with a result for this conference here in New Orleans.
Yeah, quite quickly indeed. You also have a dire warning that if what you say is a path of business as usual, things will be so much worse. Tell me what that means.
Well, you know, I had expected that for every degree of warming that we saw, that precipitation in such storms would increase by maybe 6 or 7%, and 38% is a lot larger than that. And so as the planet continues to warm, I think we should plan on precipitation during extreme weather events like hurricanes and other kinds of extreme weather to be actually substantially worse than we had expected just a few years ago.
So what do you hope happens with this data? What change do you think needs to be seen?
Well, I hope that people take this seriously when they are making plans for rebuilding or designing for infrastructure that is intended to last for multiple decades. And so, you know, to use the past record to design our infrastructure is no longer appropriate. We have to incorporate this kind of information from climate change into our building plans and our design plans.
Dr. Michael Weiner, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.